Hopefully this quick run through will give you a better understanding of what you may have done wrong and the correct process to complete a system of equations by elimination. Now, a lot of the vocab and terminology I'll use will be very consistent with the blue graphic organizer you have in class. And the first question we want to ask ourselves in this number one is, do either of the variables cancel out? Well, as you can see, we have a 3x plus a 2x, which makes 5, so those don't cancel out. And then we have a negative 1y plus 2y, which makes positive 1, so those don't cancel out. So I'm going to choose to get rid of the y values, or the y variable terms, since we already have a negative and a positive. Since the LCM of the 1 and the 2 would be 2, we're going to create a positive and a negative 2. Since we already have that positive 2 right there, we're going to turn this top one into a negative 2 with a simple multiplication. The new equation will now become 6x minus 2y equals negative 10. And I got all those numbers from just distributing that 2 to each piece of the equation. Now the next step is to combine the equations. Well, as you can see, we have a 6x and a 2x, which combines to make 8x. The 2y and the minus 2y eliminate, as we had hoped. And on the other side, we have that positive 18 and the negative 10, which combine to make 8. Therefore, since we've eliminated that first variable, we'll divide by 8, and we find that our first mystery number is 1. The next step is to substitute that known variable into one of the equations. I'm going to select the bottom equation for now. That bottom equation, just circled it right there, is 2 times our first mystery number, which in this case would be 2 times 1, plus 2 of that second mystery number equals 18. Well, 2 times 1, that's obviously just 2. So what we're going to do is subtract that from each side following our equation rules, and we're left with 2 of that second mystery number is 16. So dividing will be our inverse, and our second mystery number is 8. So the answer to that first question, our first mystery number x is 1, and the second one is 8. Moving on to the next question, we got to ask ourselves if any of the variable terms cancel out. Again, if there's nothing in front, that would be a 1. Negative 1 plus 2x makes 1x. That doesn't go away. And 2y plus 1y makes 3y. That doesn't go away. So as I delete all those markings off here, we'll pick up by asking which variable do we want to get rid of. Now in this case, I'm actually going to get rid of the x's since we already have a negative and a positive. The LCM would be 2. So we're going to double that first equation to create that negative 2x. 2 times 2y would give us 4y. And then on the other side, 2 times 12 gives us a 24. Now the next step is to combine the equations. The negative and the positive 2x go away. The positive y and the 4y combine to give us 5y. And on the other side, we have a 56 and a 24, which combines to make 80. Using the inverse operation of divide again, we find that that mystery number is 16. Now we've got to choose one of the equations to substitute into. I'm going to use the second one again. The second one says that 2x plus whatever y is equals 56. Well, we know y is 16. That's a known mystery number. So we have 2x plus 16 equals 56. We'll simply take away the 16 from each side as our first inverse operation to give us that 2x's makes 40. Dividing gives us that that first mystery number is 20. So the final answer to the second question would be 20, 16. So, if you need to listen to anything again, just rewind, you can pause, but please make sure you get this copied down to earn some credit back and to ensure that you're doing things correctly.